The morning playbook. Happy Friday, Mike.
Happy Friday to you.
What you have your hands on a hot new ad by Democrats. Tell us about it.
We do, but before that, and I don't know if this is related to the end of the world, but have to congratulate Chris Licht on creating this amazing morning conversation, Alex Corson for picking up the torch, and big week for Chris next week. This amazing book, which I read last night, What I Learned When I Almost Died. And Joe, my favorite scene in there is when Chris, apparently the ICU doesn't have MSNBC. They have to fix that. So Chris was listening in to your White House Correspondents Association special from the White House lawn on the speakerphone because he couldn't get MSNBC.
Good thing his near-death experience helped sort of disconnect him from his work 24/7. Now he kept going. He put Mike. He claims he put down his BlackBerry and started living life. I haven't seen that yet. I think he's just.
He hasn't.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. Okay, well, very good. So not very apt one. But so, yeah, congratulations to Chris. We're going to talk about that more later on. And condolences to Alex. His life's going to now be a living and breathing hell. But tell us so about this Democratic ad.
Joe, this is from Priorities USA, that super PAC created by Democrats to counter American Crossroads, the Karl Rove and Company group. This is the one that Bill Burton helped start. Paul Begala is going to be out there for them today. Their first ad is hitting heavy in South Carolina ahead of a Mitt Romney visit. They say if you watch the news in South Carolina this week, you'll see it. Here's a little clip.
Newt Gingrich says the Republican plan that would essentially end Medicare is too radical. Governor Haley thinks the plan is courageous, and Gingrich shouldn't be cutting conservatives off at the knees. Mitt Romney says he's on the same page as Paul Ryan, who wrote the plan to essentially end Medicare. But with Mitt Romney, you have to wonder, which page is he on today? Priorities USA Action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
All right, Mike, it looks like Democrats have decided they're going to be running against Mitt Romney.
I agree with you. The headline to me was that's where they're focusing, and right away they're honing in on two issues we're going to see again and again. They're going hard right away at the top on the flip-flop issue with Mitt Romney, and they want to keep promoting this Medicare plan as the gift that keeps on giving. They want to put every candidate on the record on this. How close will you get to Paul Ryan? Not very close. Just yesterday we saw John Huntsman also keeping his distance.
Governor, we used to say in the 90s that Social Security was the third rail of American politics. That's moved over to Medicare, hasn't it?
Sure, but moved over only in the sense, Joe, that the plan absolutely replaces Medicare with a voucher program that's absolutely unreasonable.
Oh, I know, but Democrats, Democrats touched Medicare in 2009. They lose in 2010 because of it. Now Democrats are using Metascare, as Republicans did, as Bill Clinton did in the 90s, to beat Republicans.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we lost in 2010 because we touched Medicare and the Obama health care plan. There was more to it. But sure, and I think what really is instructive here is we're trying to knock out, or this group's trying to knock out, Mitt Romney in the primaries. We don't want to face Mitt Romney. A Romney-Pellini ticket, and I've said it here before, is the most credible general election ticket. Difficult for us.
I think of the team they've got on the field now, by far, I would worry the most about Mitt Romney. Absolutely.
And team him up with Tim Pawlenty.
Tim Pawlenty, you suddenly have a Massachusetts and Minnesota guy.
Well, no, you've got kind of a sane, rational guy. He's flip-flopped. He's not perfect, but compared to the rest of these people, he's at least a kind of sane, rational person.
That's you put that on the bumper. Not as crazy as the rest of them.
We want to knock him out in the primary. We don't want to face him in the general.
A friend of mine from New Hampshire called. I was talking to him last night. Huntsman had a pretty big day in New Hampshire yesterday. Good crowds, very
Huntsman
attractive.
has a huge problem to overcome. People don't think you should run against your boss. People don't think, if you work for the guy for 2 years, how can you say he's bad?
It's unseemly. It's very unseemly.
Yeah, you know what? Take that note, Chris Licht. Mike Allen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bon voyage, Chris.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon. And coming up next, the reaction.